Okay, so now I know a lot of people are gonna get butthurt about this. If you're gonna get butthurt, don't watch this video. Don't fucking make comments you crying about it. Just go watch some other video. Go cry somewhere else. So why do I think the prequels are better than the originals? Okay, a lot of things why. Because the prequels have more action, has more lightsaber battles, has more villains, it has more Jedis, it has more, like I said, more villains like Sith Lords, way more cool sceneries, different planets, a whole bunch of other shit. It has like way cooler planets, way cooler, you know, different type of aliens. I like all these different type of aliens, Jedi councils. You know, Obi-Wan, Ewan McGregor. I like Ewan McGregor more than Alec Guinness. Alec Guinness did a great job in the originals, but I like Ewan McGregor better. The other thing is, the originals, they didn't have great technology back then because it's the 70s and 80s. They didn't have really good CGI yet, or great, you know, fight scenes and stuff, because they had none of that yet, like they did with the prequels in the late 90s and mid 2000s. They had nothing like that yet. So that's why, that's why the lightsaber battles wasn't that really that interesting in the originals, because it's barely aimed at in there anyways, until, you know, Vader fights Luke or something. That's when it's interesting, because most of the time it's just, you know, shooting in, you know, in the galaxy, shooting at each other, the galaxy, or they're shooting guns in different places, this and that, blah blah blah. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the originals are good films. It's just that I'm a bigger fan of the prequels. Even though I don't really like the Attack of the Clones that much, because you know, Anakin and Padme bullshit. You know, Anakin hating sand or something. He doesn't like sand. Like that the whole scene just ruined the whole movie for me. Like I did not give a shit about Anakin and Padme's relationship. I did not care. I did not care about that shit. Like, they should have just flat out cut that whole scene out of the movie. Like, that's not important. The whole thing with Obi-Wan following Jango Fett was more important. To Kenosha. Those scenes more important. Who fucking cares about Anakin and Padme? Maybe have like a 5-minute scene and that's it. No more scenes with Padme and Anakin. That shit's pointless. Because George Lucas sucks ass in writing romance shit. He sucks at it. He's bad as, you know, the 50 Shades of Grey movies. So that's like he's not good at writing romance shit. Yeah, with Han and Leia. Sure, I guess that's alright. You know, I wasn't really interested in romance stuff there either, but that was better than fucking Padme and Anakin. That shit sucked. Like, this guy can't write romance for shit. He should have got somebody else to write the romance stuff for him, because he's not good at that. It's about, I don't like sand. Like, what the fuck kind of flirting type of thing is that? Yeah, there you go, Anakin. That's how you get ladies. Talk about sand. Talk about you don't like it. Just fucking Christ. Because another thing is, like, you know, the prequels, like I said, and then, you know, you got Naboo, you know, that fucking guy, like, you know, that guy. No, was it Naboo? I don't think it's Naboo. I don't think it's the dudes under the water. I forgot what that place was called, under the water, those Gungans and shit, and that leader was like, that shit was fucking hilarious, man. And then, you know, they got like Watto. Watto's cool. Hey, it's me, Watto. They had none of those cool characters that they had in the prequels and shit. Like, the originals do have cool characters, it's just that I'm not really crazy about the characters in that movie that much, the originals. Like, shit I found stupid about the originals, like, Ewoks easily defeated the Stormtroopers, these fucking little rat motherfuckers to defeat the Storm. Like, that shit makes no sense, how these little Ewoks easily defeat the Stormtroopers. Like, I do really like the Return of the Jedi movie. I really like that movie, but that shit made no sense to me. Like, how do a bunch of these fucking little Ewoks just defeat these Stormtroopers? And Empire Strikes Back, that's my least favorite movie of the original trilogy. That's my least favorite, because it's so boring. Like, the only good scenes in that movie was Darth Vader and Luke fighting, and the Darth Vader scenes of him, you know, choking people out as fucking spaceship. He's like choking everybody out. That's it. I like the Darth Vader scenes and Darth Vader versus Luke at Cloud City. That's it. Everybody else is just so boring. Like I don't give a shit about fucking Han and Leia's relationship. I don't care about fucking them traveling to places and shit. Oh yeah, I also forgot. I also like the Yoda and Luke training. I like that scenes too. The Yoda Luke training. I like those scenes too. Especially the Hoth scenes. That shit was mad boring. That's has to be the most boringest scenes in the whole movie. I'm sorry, if you love the Hoth scenes, that's fine. I'm cool with it. It's just that this movie's just so bland. Like episode 4 and episode 6, I'd take that any day over to episode 5. I'm sorry, it's just like episode 5 is just too much shit going on. It's too much. It's the same like Attack of the Clones. It has too much boring scenes in there. It's the same thing. It's like that's how George Lucas is. He does the same shit with these in between movies. He's like, this is the same shit. Well, I still like the prequels over the originals. It's just like I said, the prequels had like way more action, way more kick-ass scenes, more Jedis, more Sith Lords. Originals like everyone got killed off in Order 66. You know, and like most of the Sith Lords, yeah, there is like more Sith Lords in the originals. Also, they never was talked about because it's mostly about like Luke's story with his father, Darth Vader. So they really don't talk about that in those. I mean, I know this is non-canon, but what's that game called? Star Wars. What was that game called? Oh, The Force Unleashed. That game told there still remain Jedi around and remaining Sith Lords around. Because, you know, Starkill goes around, you know, he goes to kill these motherfuckers and shit. Because Darth Vader's orders and stuff. Because Darth Vader's lazy. He let Starkill go out there and kill them for him. Which is I would choose that as a sequel trilogy film more than that other piece of shit they made from Disney. Like, Disney's a bunch of fucking wussies. They can't write shit for nothing. They don't care about money in their wallets. They don't really care. Yeah, fuck it. I'm just not really crazy about originals. I mean, I like episode 4. I like episode 6. 5 is just it's too much shit going on. It's overrated. Episode 2 is bad because there's too much Padme and Anakin bullshit. They're always kissing and smooching and blah 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 blah. Try to be like 50 Shades of Grey. And we got. And I don't know why people always bash the Phantom Menace. Phantom Menace is a great movie to me. Yeah, it has flaws, of course, but it's a really good movie. I don't get why people hate that movie so much. I don't get it. Like, what is so bad about it? Oh, Jake Lloyd was a bad actor. It's not his fault that Jake Lloyd is a bad actor. It's fucking George Lucas's choices. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't blame him because most Star Wars fans blame him for the prequels. That's why he gave it up to fucking Disney in the first place. Because you guys bitch and moan about everything. That's why he gave it up to fucking Disney and he made it worse. 10 times worse. But the prequels are great movies to me. Except for the second one, like I said. Like, the only thing that's good in the second one was, let's see, Obi-Wan chasing after Jango Fett, and they have a fight on the clone planet. They have a fight, and the scenes where, you know, like I said, the scenes with Obi-Wan and fucking what's his name? Obi-Wan and Anakin go chase around the bar looking for the other bounty hunter, and another scene where they go to Kenosha. Like, those are like the only scenes I actually like in the movie. The whole fight on Kenosha, Mace Windu cutting off Django's head off, and then Obi-Wan and Anakin fight Count Dooku, and then Yoda comes around and starts whooping ass too. Like that all those scenes are awesome. Like, everything else, like I said, our shit sucks ass. The whole fucking Anakin and Padme shit. That shit really killed the movie for me. But Hayden's bad acting. His acting improved in Revenge of the Sith, to be fair. Because the writing got more improved because of George Lucas. If he didn't write like shitty dialogue, Hayden wouldn't get so much hate, to be fair, I think. Even though he been in other movies, he sucked ass in other movies besides, you know, George Lucas films, so. But yeah. To me, like, hands down, prequels are better than originals. It has like way more awesome scenes. Like, originals barely have any lightsaber battles because the technology wasn't that great yet. But that's the only reason why we barely have any like awesome scenes in those movies. Besides just shooting all day, like, using laser shooters and whatnot. maybe those scenes are cool. It's just that I want to see more more badass scenes with lightsabers and shit. But like I said, technology wasn't that good yet. It wasn't improved yet until like in the 90s and shit. 70s and like early 80s didn't really had it yet. Like most of the shit just stormtroopers shooting, Han Solo blasting these motherfuckers, blasting Guido, bitch ass. You know, I love Han Solo too. Too bad what he did to him in the sequel trilogy, which, you know, Harrison Ford wanted that to happen anyways in the originals. George Lucas says, no, you're not doing that shit. But, yeah, fuck. I mean, if you're a fan of the originals, you think it's better prequels, that I respect your opinion. Everyone has their own opinions. But me, I think prequels are better originals, in my unpopular opinion. And for some reason, I'm like a bigger fan of Jango Fett more than Boba Fett. I don't know what it is. It's just his dad looks more cooler for some reason. I don't know. I know Boba Fett's better than him, but it's just that I like Jango Fett's design more than Boba Fett for some reason. Especially that fucking Disney crap that came out with the Book of Boba Fett. Like, he keeps taking his fucking helmet off for some reason. He keeps showing his face. That's really the stupidest idea I've ever seen. Like, I don't know why they keep doing that. Him having a sidekick. Like, well, he doesn't need he's Boba Fett. Why do you need a sidekick? Like I said, the scenes in the original prequels is like way more badass, way more awesome gun shooting and pop and shit like that. It's like I said, the action was like more fast paced in the prequels because the originals, like I said, didn't have the technology to have that type of thing going on. I feel like George Lucas should have waited a little bit before even doing the originals, because when he did the originals in the 70s, 80s, it's just that the action wasn't there because they didn't have that type of thing yet. Hollywood didn't have that type of fast-paced type of movement yet with the characters and how fast they move, the actions and whatnot. I feel like he should have waited a little bit for the originals. I think he should wait till like the 90s. He should have did the originals. Then do the prequels like the 2010s or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I think that would have been better. But still, yeah. It's just I don't know. I guess I grew up with the fucking prequels as a kid. I grew up with it. The originals I didn't grow up with because I wasn't even born yet, so I can't really say anything about the originals. So like I said, I grew up when the prequels came out, so I play all the prequel games, the Star Wars, this and that. Watch all the Star Wars shows, cartoons. Now, I don't watch any Star Wars shows now. I never watched the Mandalorian. I'm not really interested in the Mandalorian or anything like that. Those sequel trilogies shit sucks ass. I don't like those movies because none like the originals and prequels. The original prequels would always be better than those movies. Those movies not even canon to me. Well, like I said, none beats the prequels any day over the originals, and definitely the sequel trilogy. Jesus Christ, sequel trilogy is like one of the worst ideas ever created. Also, droid versus clones is better than droid versus rebels. Like rebels ain't shit. Like rebels ain't shit like stormtroopers. Just like well, you know, like I said, clones and droid fights is way better than stormtroopers and fucking rebels. That shit, like, I don't know. I think prequels like way more improved with their scenes and shit. Also, the soundtrack is way more badass in the prequels than the originals. I mean, the soundtrack is really good in the originals. It's that prequels make it more badass. The fight scenes when they're fighting, like dun 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 dun, like it's just like way more awesome. The way they play the music when they're fighting, like Darth Maul, Count Dooku, Grievous. You know, the shit in Star Wars and originals, it has nice music, but it's nothing like the music John Williams does in the prequels. And people like bitch and moan about the prequels so much. I don't get what's so bad about it. Like, I don't get it. Like, well, what do they want from the prequels? Like, more boring scenes from the originals had. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I don't know what it is. To be fair, I don't know what it is. Oh yeah, and P.S. Disney's a bunch of fucking clowns. I can't post a 6-minute video of Star Wars Clone Wars cartoon video on this because they blocked it. I'm like, what the? Are you fucking kidding me? It's a cartoon and it's just 6 minutes. I can't put this in this video. Are you fucking kidding me? fucking retards. Like I can't even show a 6-minute clip of a cartoon fight scene from Star Wars Clone Wars. 2003 one of Jenny Tarkowski made. Like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? That's why I fucking hate Disney. I hate them.